Chairperson Joanne Watkins, she's absent. Commissioner Jean Ayala.
Here.
Commissioner Jesus Emmanuel Rodriguez.
Here.
And Commissioner Deanna Robles.
Present.
And Commissioner Christopher Sainz.
Present.
Flag salute?
Yes.
Oh, can everybody stand for the flag salute, please?
Absolutely. Oh, I'm on.
Right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Approval of certificate for posting March 6, 2017.
I move.
Second.
Okay. Moved by Jean, second by Christopher. Approval of minutes for February 6, 2017.
I move. Second.
Jesus and Christopher. Public communication. I see none. Reports of officers, commissioners, or committees.
Okay, Commissioners, I'd like to give a brief presentation in regards to Walnut Creek Nature Park. And I'm not sure if all of you received the flyers yet. You have? Okay. If anyone needs any more, I have a few for your neighbors, family, and friends. And we have a quick presentation. I don't want to take up too much of your time and ruin the surprise for Walnut Creek Nature Park, but we would like to show you some of the improvements. And we thought the best way would be to provide a very brief collage of some of the images. So this is our new bridge. For those of you that recall the old bridge, it was a little bit further down, closer to the picnic shelter. So it is a much larger. The wood actually is from Alaska. So it's supposed to be ready for the Baldwin Park atmosphere, Southern California. So we are looking forward to see how it holds up, because we're using a lot of the Alaskan wood. And here is another image of the bridge and the tributary. We like pictures of the bridge, and there's all the images of the bridge. And here's the wash area. If you notice, a lot of the shrubbery is gone. We've deleted a few trees, and we have solar light panels. So if you could look, let's see here, at the images, and you can see the solar panels. So those give off a tremendous amount of light. If you recall, in the past, they would, when we had the regular light, they would steal the copper wiring. So it was a big issue. And so we've tried to really try to make it preventable in terms of theft, all the vandalism and everything else. So we've tried to think as much as we possibly can. A lot of the wood on the ground is from the park medians, or the center mediums along Ramona, and or from the actual park. And this is the observation desk, picnic shelter area, new railing and new flooring, and it looks really good, as well as the concrete. You can see the concrete in the bottom left-hand corner. That is new as well, and it looks really nice. And all of the wood has been resurfaced, shaved, restructured, and it is safe and very good. And the far upper right-hand corner is the play structure, and that was just completed about a week ago. This is the actual play structure. It's really neat. When I was looking at it, I was thinking to myself, how safe is the rope? And then the architect showed me the rope. There's rope, and there's about 100 pieces of cable inside, so it's very hard to cut, very hard. So it should last, and I believe that is it. So just wanted to show you a few images of Walnut Creek Nature Park. We are still adding a half a dozen surveillance cameras. So we are hoping to catch anyone doing some negative things, but the park looks very, very clean. The roof, all of the wood up and around the structure. We're putting in new restrooms, new water faucet, and a new playground. We actually moved dirt all over the place, and so this will be the completion of phase 2. Phase 3 is just over $700,000, and we have a few grants out, and we're waiting to find out if we're going to get funded. If not, Measure A funding will be coming in about. Do you remember how much we'll be getting next July 1st? Yeah, but it'll be about a quarter. Yeah, about $250,000, about $240 a year. So if needed, it may take us a few years, or we'll just continue to apply for grants, state and federal. I just wanted to share with you one.
I just have a question.
Yes.
I lost a part of my microphone, but anyways, what does phase 3 entail? I can't remember.
Phase 3 will be an expansion of the parking lot, so we'll add a few more parking spaces, about 3 or 4 more, not a tremendous amount, but
Right.
A few more parking slots, additional lighting. So those lighting towers are very expensive because they're solar panel and so on, and they're LED lighting efficient. And it's going to be a continuation of the concrete path, so you could walk around the park. Right now it kind of ends, so there's like a half moon missing. So that, do you recall what else?
There's a bikeway
Yes.
next to so the bikeway getaway. So the goal is to, if we get enough funding, to have that connection that really bridges the whole San Gabriel Valley together.
That's true.
So
It will connect with the Emerald Necklace, and it's a connectivity as well as a new gate in the back, so the officers could actually, they don't have to get out of their vehicle. They drive in and they drive on the concrete path and they check things out and they could leave. Literally do not have to get out of their car. And additional cameras. The surveillance cameras are very expensive because some of them are solar. And the way they work is they send the signal to one pole and it bounces off back into the home base of the structure. And from there, we're hoping to connect it through internet, and it'll send it back to the community center and the police station, and/or we'll just have it within the structure. Review. Hooked up on a separate note at Barnes Park. Now we have cameras. We have about close to a dozen cameras off our tablet.
Oh, good.
Phones and our desktops. We're getting there. Technology is getting there, and we're able to financially get there. But that's phase 3, and more irrigation and plant life and things. You recall how much phase 1 and 2 is? How much we've?
it's over the phase 2. I think it was over another 700 and something. So we're short about 750 to complete phase 3.
Phase 1 and 2 is close to $1 million.
Yeah.
And the next phase is 723, and some change.
And the grand reopening ceremony?
Yes, that's on the 30th. So please, if you're able to make it, it'll be a very special day. It's actually, we're trying something different. It's on a Thursday at 4 o'clock. Is it 4 o'clock?
Yeah, 46.
4 o'clock. 46.
Are these going out to the schools?
Yes, they are.
Okay. You know, the Friday is no school for the students. It's a student-free day. The next day is a student-free day.
That's good.
Yeah, and check your, yeah,
Very good.
yeah. Just let you know.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank
Is
you.
any questions? No? If not, I will pass it over to next in line, which is April, and she will give an update in regards to the Ballin Park Now. And since we're talking about the Now, has everyone received it at their home yet?
Not yet. I think it's going out tomorrow.
Tomorrow, okay, so you have the
We just got it in.
the
you.
hot
Yeah.
edition.
Our department primarily is responsible for the Baldwin Park Now. Every department contributes articles and information that they would like to have on here. But our department is mainly responsible for translation and design and layout of the Baldwin Park now. We have really evolved where we've partnered with a lot of community groups or organizations. The Baldwin Park Library has a specific reading corner where they contribute monthly activities that go on in their library, which is really neat. They every month have a list of things. Kaiser has also participated, and one of the big ones that have been participating, highlighting a lot of our businesses, is the Baldwin Park Business Association. So they create an article highlighting a business every month. And our Baldwin Park now is still going out every month until June. We will hear from council on that decision. And we have some new advertisers that have been new to the now this year. One is the Regal Medical Center. Their corporate office is in Northridge, but they have offices local to Baldwin Park, which are in West Covina. And Gateway Shopping Center, he loves to highlight his new businesses, and he does a lot of coupons. So they have been getting a lot of feedback from residents that have been turning in the coupons. Baldwin Park Unified School District has a page and a half of ads. They do their own design and article layout, and they also have that translated. And then the Baldwin Park Adult School has had a monthly half-page ad. And usually our back page we dedicate to special events that are coming up. And we have a free bicycle class that's going to be put on at the community center, and that's through Metro Express. Have any ideas or any businesses that would like to advertise, please send them my way. I'll go ahead and give out all that information to them. Have any questions?
Thank you.
And I'll leave some extra copies on the desk to take them.
It's also available on our website, so you can take a look at it on our website. So this will be mailed out
tomorrow.
Very good. Okay, next one. April's also going to give an update in regards to the recreation guide.
Oh, yes. Our spring recreation guide is currently in the final stages of our design. And this spring rec guide is only going to be available online. So this one doesn't get printed. It's only available to residents and visitors online in our desk. The rec guide has all our contract classes, special events, excursions that each facility hosts, and also the Family Service Center section. We have opened it and extended it to the California Mental Health group that works out of the building. They have a lot of services, so their information has expanded so much. And a lot of our residents don't know that we provide these classes for free. So with the recreation guide, that's an easy tool to get the information out there. And it's a vast list of services, so that's also important to kind of see. It will be available to download by the end of this month, early next month. And our next one that we'll be working on will be the summer recreation guide. And that one is the rec guide that we usually print out because of all the popular, like it's our popular time of registration. So we will be starting to work on that one. So we've been working with the new designer. So I love the work he has been doing. So if you do check it out, please let me know what you think. And if you have any suggestions or recommendations, talk to me or Eureka.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, next is Eureka. She's going to give an update in regards to some of the spring activities.
So we are springing into action for our spring egg hunt. Council approved for the Spring Egg Hunt to return this year. As many of you guys saw that were in attendance last year, it was a very popular event. Mike and I had an opportunity to work together on it, and we're hoping that it will be a successful event again this year. We on tab we have the traditional egg hunt that's separated by different ages, so that we ensure that all of the kids have an equal opportunity to access the eggs. We do have some pre-filled bags for some of the parents that maybe may have disabled children, or maybe people, kids that are not old enough to kind of walk on their own and get to the hunt area. But the areas are very big and massive, and they have a really just great time out there. We have a golden egg, and they get to find it every year so that they can get awarded the prize baskets. This year, the event is scheduled for Saturday, April 15th. So if you can save the date for that, it does start at 10 a.m., Morgan Park. And we decorate the lawn with thousands and thousands of eggs, and parents really have an opportunity, and families, to really just experience and kick off the spring festivities. It is we have sections for 3 and under, 4 to 6, 7 to 9, and 10 to 12. Traditionally, our biggest age group is the 7 to 9-year-olds. So we want to make sure that there's a lot of amenities out there for them, and that the eggs are fully and spread out, because they are kind of like your fun group and just kind of ready, set, go, and they're out for those eggs.
Competitive.
So, lots of great and positive energy behind that event. It is featured. It's been featured in the Now for a while now. So we really expect to get a really, really good crowd. Marketing for it will also be in our online. It will combine with a press release and all of the other measures to ensure that we get all of our families to come out and enjoy the free event. So we're really looking forward to that. So if you want to save the date now and want to be present, we always find a role for you guys to be there and engage, and it is one of those feel good and very fun spring events. So if you guys are available and you guys want to participate, please let me know, and we'll make sure to find somewhere for you guys to really engage with the community. Thank you. Question? We were thinking about doing a bunny brunch in the beginning. However, I don't think it will be approved. So I know we did a little small blurb on the Now, so we're hoping that not a lot of people give us feedback on that. But we are excited to just bring back the event, and I think that next year we'll definitely, because we're also looking into 4th of July, bringing back the farmers market. So prior to those being approved, we really wanted to kind of enhance our spring hunt, but because the other two got approved, then we want to spread the wealth, obviously, and make sure that we get enough for our other special events as well. So I think the community, once we explain it to them, they'll be happy to know that, we will have the spring hunt for a second year in a row, in addition to 4th of July and the farmers market, which traditionally, have been kind of in and out some years. So we're looking forward to the spring hunt being a huge event. Any other questions? Feedback, something that maybe...
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Besides the brunch, you're still going to keep the arts and crafts and the photos with the bunny?
Yeah, we have all of it'll be the traditional egg hunt, picture with the bunny, arts and crafts, so vast majority of activities.
The bunny will come
in the fire truck and make
Do you have a bunny?
We have a bunny.
I was
We
gonna say,
rent a
maybe
bunny.
one of the boys would want to do it, because I've done it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Sign up. We need an energetic bunny.
Oh, there you go.
It's
I've
really
been the
fun.
bunny before, see?
Between the two of you, rock, paper, scissors.
It's really fun.
If it's a tie,
And
then
we'll
it's
have
going to
a-
have to be 2 bunnies.
We'll have a bunny security so they won't mess with you.
I didn't realize it was the brunch now, so
Yeah.
we may have to
Okay.
have to look at.
You mean because you've already publicized it? Oh.
And it might be popular. He's a dad, and he looked like, yes,
No,
that's a good one.
I just have to go with it if it's in there. Any other questions? Commons. It'll be our second year back, right?
Yep.
Our second year.
It'll be our second continuous year, and we got a really, really good feedback last year from the return of it. So we're expecting to see probably that and more people
Do
come.
you have a plan if there's inclement weather?
For inclement weathers, what? Gyms?
Had to bring it up.
I have to.
Yeah, it is
hey,
good to
You know
plan.
what? Knock on wood. It's
In
been-
all of
I
our
know.
years, it's never rained, but we
Right.
don't have to have it in the basketball gym. It don't have to be in.
I'm
flood.
just
For
saying with
age
this
group.
craziness right now, you know, hey,
Probably
Rain
for
and
age
day.
groups. I mean, we're recreation, we recreate, so we'll
We'll make it work.
make
I
it
know,
work.
Yeah.
no, I'm just saying.
Yeah, but thank you.
Hopefully.
There's a couple of years that it rained afterwards,
Right?
so got lucky.
And with that, I think Arbor Day, right? Another one of our spring events.
Arbor Day.
Very good. Next, Mike will go ahead and talk a little bit about Arbor Day and Environmental Fair. We already chatted about the spring haircut. Mike?
All right. Good evening, Commission. Pleasure to be here. I went ahead and passed out a monthly report on the different activities that I'm involved in. Of course, on February the 4th, we had the Super Bowl Pro Wrestling Lucha Libre extravaganza that was very successful. Those funds that we raised are going to be going to the Parks and Recreation Commission scholarship. So we raised a little bit over $1,700 for that event. So we're going to make this an annual event for us to go ahead and use that as our springboard for the scholarship fund or the scholarship program. So, and it was very well attended. If you didn't get a chance to go there, I strongly encourage you to go next year. Okay, and we're going to have a Lucha Libre here during our street market event, so you'll be able to see them. The other thing is the the spring day camp, which is going to be April the 17th through the 21st. Registration is currently being taken, and we're waiting for that. Our before and after school program, I want you to go ahead and take a look at that. Since February of 2015 through now, we steadily increased our schools, and which is a good thing. You'll see that in 2015 we only had 2 sites, and now we have 6. So that's doing very well. Our Arbor Day, it's going to be on April the 22nd. I did pass a rough draft of our flyer. It's going to be printed in English and Spanish on your glossy flyer. So again, that's a rough draft, and we have a few changes that we have to make before we go ahead and send it to the printer. That will be going out to the schools as well. In addition to the Arbor Day Celebration Environmental Fair, we also have the drawing contest, the art drawing contest that we have every year from TK through 6th grade. And this year's theme is going to be recycling, ... think outside the box. And so we're asking the kids to go ahead and draw whatever they can in terms of recycling and thinking outside the box. Maybe they're creative, you never know. They may be able to come up with something that no one has ever thought of. So we're excited about that. We expect about 300 people to come and go, maybe as many as 400. In the morning, starting at 9 o'clock, Waste Management is going to come out and pass out they've donated mulch for us to go ahead and pass out. Each person has an opportunity to take 100 pounds of mulch for their yards and their needs, their private needs at home. So we're a little excited about that. Over 21 agencies and agencies that have been, and vendors have been contacted. We send them correspondence, and hopefully we'll get as many as we did last year. And then with that, they usually give us a door prize, and we go ahead and raffle off the door prizes that are given by the vendors. We're also going to have a lunch provided by, at this point, it could probably be Walmart, it could probably be Subway. And we do provide them with the sandwich, chips, and a drink. Usually water that we do give them. And so it's a fun fest event. We're also going to have, and I'm sorry to say, with a heavy heart, we had one of our amateur boxing coaches that just passed on February the 22nd. It was a sudden thing, unexpected. And every year with the Arbor Day, we do dedicate a couple of trees. And this year, I'm going to petition that Mr. Robert, the Chief Gutierrez, is one of the candidates for a tree dedication. He's put in a lot of years, and a very kind man, humble. And we don't know when the services are going to take place, but we are going to also have a plaque in commemorative of his namesake, of all the things that he's done for us over the years. And so that'll go in the trophy case in the rotunda over at the community center to commemorate his memoriam. Again, that was Robert, the chief, Gutierrez, who passed on February the 22nd. Okay, so hopefully a tree in his name will go ahead and be planted at the park and what have you. So he touched many of us, a lot of the kids. Okay, so I have that. That's it. I can go on and on, but I'm going to stop there.
Quick question. The $1,700 that were raised, that the scholarship foundation, is that like a education scholarship?
Yes, it is education, and Armando will be here next meeting to about how the process works, application, because we're promoting about the money. We have interviews in May, and we give out the funds during the July, August. Utilize it to go to college. $250 to $500 how many applicants we have and how many winners we have.
This is the only event this year that is raising.
Yes, I mean, we haven't raised much money. The money we did raise kind of close. Back into the year, raising some funds. We had this wrestling competition. We haven't had the scholarship probably for a few years. Guys will interview and select the.
Thank you.
I have a question, Mike. For the tree, who do you ask for that, and who has to approve it, or how does that work?
West Coast Arborist traditionally donates 2 trees for the program. The candidates selected or nominated, it's
It's
just
an
about-
internal.
yeah.
It's an
Oh,
internal
okay.
staff. So we're going to
Ask
plant
around.
a tree. Yes, we'll plant a tree in his office.
Last year we had Mary Ferrer. The year before that we had 4 candidates. We had 4. That was our inaugural year of tree planting. So last year we only had the 1, and this year we do plan to plant 2. It could be as many as 3. I mean, if there's noteworthy
Yes.
folks
Should know
out there.
anyone in the community.
Sometimes it's hard to deviate who to pick, and so we just go ahead and. But last year Mary Ferrer was a good candidate.
Yes.
Have a spot for the trees?
Yeah, we kind of already made a little.
Plan?
Plant within it. It has a marble placard
Okay, good.
commemorating the person.
How many years will it take for the tree to grow?
Well, it's growing now. They're doing very well now. I would say within 5 years, you'll really see the growth on these trees. The ones that were planted 2 years ago, that's going on its 3rd year, so you can see the growth.
Are you familiar with where they are?
I know there's one back, like by the playground.
This is closer to the circle of the front doors of the community.
They lined right there. They all have little placards.
Where the military memorial's at, starts there.
Okay.
And they're planted close in proximity to the sidewalk, so you can kind of see the stone,
About 5 minutes.
square stone.
Actually beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
Really.
Must have walked by them plenty of times. Never noticed.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed the wrestling, because I get to see it every year at my campground.
Where?
Where I go, Mountain Lakes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a timeshare, and we see them every Memorial
I'm
weekend.
telling you, they had, and again, we commemorated the Super Bowl, so everything was in Super Bowl, the Falcons and the Patriots, and folks got a kick out of that. And then we had a match, the Patriots versus the Falcons, and the Falcons won the wrestling match, but obviously in Super Bowl, that's what didn't happen. But it was a fun-filled event for everybody. So,
Yeah, they're really good and very interactive with the kids.
yeah. And we had over 600 people that went. That day. Very well attended.
I have a question real fast, Mike. For your schools that are doing basic, because I know one's at my site.
Yes.
Are all of those,
Walnut?
well, yeah, but the 6 schools that are listed here, do they both have they both service before and after? But is it equal numbers? Because isn't it usually after school has more of the numbers than?
Well, you know, it's open for them to go at 6 o'clock in the morning. They can go ahead and take advantage of the hours.
But do you find that they're utilizing it, or?
Some will come in as early as 7:30, or yeah, of course, as early as 6. Some will come in at 7:20. You know how it is. Sometimes they.
Yeah.
So the families are there to take advantage of the program from 6 a.m.
Because I know
to
at my
start.
site we have people in the morning, but I'm wondering about these other schools. They have people in the morning?
All of them had at least one or two or more. Have, and
I know Tracy does.
yeah.
Yeah, probably like 3 or 4.
I know we have most of these numbers in the afternoon, but
Yes.
so I was wondering.
Yeah, the majority is in the afternoon. Correct.
It's a good program. Okay. Commissioner request or communication?
I just want to, or you start with Jesus or me? Okay.
I have none.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you for the updates of the information and your thoroughness and giving us the information. And just to let the other commissioners know that Armando did tell us, or he told us, I think when we saw him at the meeting, the city council, that he will give us the update for the kids' schedules, the school schedules. I think he's gonna.
For the football.
Yes, and he's going to email them to Teresa, who will email them to us. But I know that he's giving us that update. But thank you for that, because I had asked him about that last time.
And you received basketball ones a few months ago, right?
I got what I wanted because I personally called him and asked him for them. So he said he would give them out to us. But thank you.
Well, actually, I did have one comment. I just wanted to say that I definitely will commit to attend all of these events, and well, thank you for all the updates. So that's all I wanted to just say.
I have a question. I'm on the school site council at the Service to High School, and one comment was, because I took some of the stuff, the ballpark now and stuff to them, if there's a way that we can, all the services that we have at the community center, if we can give it to the community liaisons so that they can better service the community. So I don't know if you want me to ask the district for a list of all of them, or
No, we have a list, and I'll make sure. Is this in regards to the teens or to general?
everything, especially with like immigration coming up and stuff like that. They really want to be informed.
We do meet with a home liaison several times a year. It's more for specific programs, Santa Claus and things of that
Right.
nature. But we will make sure we meet.
Yeah, so like let them know our thing is online for this, and for summer if we can, you know, events that we have, make sure that we get it to them, or classes that we have at the park, so that they can give to the community.
Speaking of that, and I failed, and I apologize, and I failed to go ahead and mention that for the wrestling, we went ahead and contributed or donated 20 tickets to the home liaisons, and they went ahead and they passed them out to the families less fortunate that, you know, just don't have a chance to go because of the cost. And the cost is very minimal, at least we think it is. But
Right.
so all the schools, the 13 elementaries, the 5 junior highs, and the 3 junior high schools were all given passes to go. And so it was very delighting to see that all the schools were represented at that. So that's our way of giving back to the community and giving them a chance to see a nice show. I failed to say that or mention that in the wrestling portion of the report. Oh, can I say one more thing?
Yes, of course.
Absolutely.
Kudos to the school district. They put a fabulous film festival on Friday. I had a chance to go to it. And they had six videos and then 6 experimental, and they were all very creative, and they were all filmed here in Ballin Park. The parking structure, that one was called The Return of Noah. No, The Return of Noah. So I had a chance. I don't know if you had a chance to experience that, but it was very well put together. So
They have a nice spread on the San Gabriel Tribune too.
so, kudos to the school district.
Well, I'm not with the school district.
Well,
I'm just a volunteer.
You have a teacher here too.
Yes, we have excellent teacher here.
She probably had some students that went ahead, because there was one filmed at Walnut School.
Really?
Yeah, I recognized it.
Are you sure it wasn't Tracy or Foster?
No.
Those three schools look alike.
Yeah, they are.
All looking like that. But
Thank you, Tracy.
wonderful.
But thank you, again, you guys do an amazing job and always make us feel included. And always giving us good information that we can give out to the community, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you for taking the time. Actually, all of you taking the time to find a workshop with you still.
Anything else? Can we have a move to adjourn?
I move.
Second.
Gene moves at 5:52, and second by Jesus. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, sure did. Good to go.
Wanted another 30 days.